Hey guys, today we're going to be doing our lesson 3 notes, which is writing equations in slope-intercept form from word problems. So just as a reminder, you should have your lesson 3 notes open up on Google Classroom or on Google Docs, or you can have them printed out and you can fill them in as you watch the video. So before we start looking at word problems and writing equations from them, we need to talk about some of the key words. So if you're looking at slope and you're trying to find the slope and y-intercept in a word problem, or to determine if it's a linear word problem, some of the key words that slope deal with is if you see the word per. So the word per mean like miles per hour, a $3 per mile, anything like that, where you can see that it is occurring monthly or occurring daily, or it keeps occurring over and over and over again as your slope. Another word would be the word every, so every 3 months, anything like that. And another word would maybe be monthly. And there's other words that you will be seeing that represent slope, but these are just some examples. The y-intercept is the point that crosses the y-axis, and since it's a word problem, your y-intercept is going to be your beginning amount. It also can be a flat fee, or it's a one-time rate. Now, there are others, as I said before, so these are just some of the few. So if you don't see these words in there, try to think, is there another word that means something like this? Some of these key words that you are looking at. So let's start looking at the first example. So example number 1, it says, in order to become a member of the library of an all-star members club, there is a $40 sign-up fee and a $2 monthly fee. So as you can see, if you're thinking of a $40 sign-up fee, that's a one-time only fee. And the $2 is occurring every month. So if you're adding $2 every month onto becoming this member, your slope will be 2 and your y-intercept will be 40. Since it's a fee of $2, you're adding 2 plus 2 plus 2 every single month, and your y-intercept was starting at 40. So even if you end up not liking it after a month or so, you still had to pay $40 for that sign up fee. So remember, y equals mx plus b, and y equals, your slope is 2x, and your y-intercept would be 40. So y equals 2x plus 40. All right, you try number 2 now. It says, you signed up for a karate class in a training center that charges $500 for a registration fee, plus $20 per lesson. Hopefully you said that 20 was your slope and $500 was your y-intercept. Since it's per lesson, you're adding 20 every time you have a lesson, and it's a $500 startup fee. So y equals 20x plus 500. Now in example number 3 does the same thing, but we then want to evaluate and use our equation to solve the problem that's being asked. So a cab company charges $3 for a boarding rate in addition to its meter, which is $2 for every mile. So since the $2 every mile, your slope is 2. Just to get in the cab, they charge you $3. So y equals 2x plus 3. Now using that equation, it asks you, how much would it cost to go 10 miles? Show all your work and write your final answer as a sentence. So to go 10 miles, and since it says $2 for every mile, how much would it cost you? So you want to substitute in the 10 into your x in this case. And whenever you substitute a number into an equation, you have to make sure you put parentheses around it. Now, a new order of operations, this is being multiplied. 2 times 10 is 20. Then you have to add your boarding rate now. So your y equals 23. So as a sentence, you would write, it would cost $23 to go 10 miles in the cab. All right, let's look at example number 4 now. Example number 4. You started in the summer with a $250 in your bank account. Every week you withdrew money from your account to go to the movies for $10. So you are taking money out. What do you know about your slope then if you are taking out money? It's not going to be a positive slope, but it would be a negative slope because you are withdrawing $10 every week. So your slope is going to be subtracting 10 minus 10. And you started the summer off with your bank account of $250. So y equals negative 10x plus 250. How much money do you have left in your bank account after 5 weeks? So if you take out $10 every week, and you wanted to know after 5 weeks, how much is there? Y equals negative 10 times 5 plus 250. Y equals, multiply, negative 10 times 5 gives you negative 50 plus 250. Y equals negative 50 plus 250 gives you positive 200. So as a sentence, you would say that you have, after 5 weeks of going to the movies in the summer, you have $200 left in your bank account. All right, let's look at example number 5. Example number 5 is a little bit harder. It has a lot of components to it. So let's take it part by part. All right, example number 5 says, Sam is building and selling birdhouses for his community. The cost of his workspace is a flat rate of $100. So there's your flat rate. So that could be your y-intercept plus $6 per birdhouse. So that's just for him to build them, to build those birdhouses. He will sell each birdhouse for $15. Now, this could also be your slope, but that's when he sells them. So the cost and the income are going to be two entirely different equations. So just think about a business. You have to buy stuff or make something, and it's going to cost you money. But then you kind of inflate the price when you sell them to make a profit. So the cost in our case is going to be how much money it takes him to build the birdhouses. So your slope would be $6 plus a one-time fee of $100 for his workspace. So y equals 6x plus 100. That's how much it costs him to make his birdhouses. But after he's done making them, he's going to sell them for $15. So his slope's going to be 15. What is his y-intercept in this case? If he did not sell any birdhouses yet, his y-intercept's going to be 0. So y equals 15x. You could say plus 0 if you want to. Oops, not plus 10. Plus 0. But you don't have to, because plus 0 means same thing as just plus 15x. Okay? Now we're going to use these two equations to answer number part C, part D, and part E. So let's look at the part C now. Sam estimates that he will make 100 birdhouses. What will the total cost be? Now we just want the cost, and we know that the equation for the cost to make these birdhouses is y equals 6x plus 100. So if he's going to make 100 birdhouses, substitute the 100 into your x in your equation to see how much it's going to cost him just to make 100. Y equals 6 times 100 gives you 600 plus 100. So just to make 100 birdhouses, it's going to cost him $700 just to make them. So currently he's in $700 of debt because he hasn't made a profit yet. Now he's going to estimate that he's going to sell those 100 birdhouses. So we're going to know how much is his income. And we know that if he sells them for $15 each, how much money will he be making as an income? So y equals 15 times 100, because he's planning on selling 100 birdhouses. 15 times 100 gives you 1,500. So he's going to make $1,500, but he's currently in debt $700, because that's how much it cost him to make them. Did Sam make a profit or take a loss? If so, how much? Show all your work, then write your answer as a sentence. How do you think we're going to find the profit between if it takes him $700 to make the birdhouses, but he earns $1,500? We're going to subtract. So your profit This is important because your project's going to be on this. Your profit equals your income, which is how much you made, minus the cost. So your profit's going to be $1,500, which is the income that Sam had, minus your $700 that it cost him. So P equals 1,500 minus 700 gives you $800. So Sam ended up making a profit of $800 for his birdhouses, which is a pretty sweet deal because he then made $800. This part of this lesson, the profit, is what you are going to be using to create your own business. Because you're going to have to buy things for your business and then see how much profit that you make, or how much do you need to sell in order to make a profit. Okay, so you can use this note sheet and the video to help you with your individual practice notes. Make sure you submit them, and then you are able to take your Google Forms quiz. If you have questions, please do not hesitate to ask me or your classmates.